Hi, I'm Wilson.
And I'm Paul.
And you're watching the ICS Manifesto.
Many of you may be wondering when the ICS pool will be done. After 1.5 years in anticipation, the pool still looks like a heap of rubble. Stephanie Chin with the story.
Thank you, Paul. Here we are at the ground floor of ICS. Behind me, you can see the new pool that is currently under construction. And next to me, right here, we have Mr. Metz, a teacher here. Now, what exactly is your affiliation with the ICS Aquatic Center?
Well, I'm here to be the aquatic supervisor for the grades 1 to 12, so anything to do with the pool, whether it's a swim team to just playing and having a lot of fun with kayaks. I'm here to have build a program so that you guys have a great time in the water here.
Wow, that must be a very interesting job. We all know that the progress of the pool has been hindered by various complications. Could you elaborate on them?
It would take a long time to elaborate on all the details, but basically the pool was open last April, ready to swim in. And we waited for the government to give us a license, which happened in August last year. And the day before we were going to open the pool, the tiles started falling off the walls. As you see, a lot of tiles on the walls back here. So we replaced about, several thousand tiles in the pool and the locker rooms over the last almost a year now. And they're just now finishing up all the details, defects that they had throughout the pool.
Oh, okay. So is it difficult to overcome those issues?
I think it's difficult in, the contractors were not very good in following up on their details and making sure everything was done right the first time. So we've had to basically do the tiles. I think we're on our 9th time to do it again.
Oh, okay. Well, when do you think the pool will be open for student use?
The famous question. Everybody's been asking since last April. Of course, we say the next month. As you can see, the sign over here says February, and now we're into March. It looks like they're almost done with putting the tiles in the bottom of the pool, so at the earliest, we could probably put water in the pool this weekend. If everything goes right, I hope it does, then we'll probably put water in starting this weekend. That takes about a week to fill up our pool, and after that, about 3 more weeks of getting the chemistry of the pool right, so it's perfect for all of you. And then we swim. So the earliest looks like mid-April, but I would probably say May, just to be safe.
Well, thank you, Mr. Metz. This is Stephanie Chin reporting. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Stephanie. And we'll all be looking forward to the pool's completion. Over to you, Wilson.
As the months pass by, Week Without Wall approaches even faster than we realize. The 2 epic blockbuster trips, London and Kenya, were the star attractions of this year, but were regretfully cancelled. Melissa with the story.
Thank you. I'm now here at ICS where the school is abuzz with students. Apparently, the news about the cancellation of the Kenya-London trip has traveled fast. I'm here with Mr. Tad Porterfield, the organizer of the Kenya trip. Tad, how do you feel now that the Week Without Walls trip that you organized has been voted off the list?
Well, I'm obviously disappointed. I mean, I thought I was really looking forward to visiting Kenya with the students at ICS. And so the news that it was not chosen by the ICS student body was quite a blow.
Did it surprise you that it wasn't popular?
Well, I knew I was facing an uphill battle because it's an expensive trip in a poor economy. And also, I think that I found it was surprising that lots of students were afraid of getting vaccinations. But I thought that the allure of all of the wild animals, lions and tigers, and indigenous cultures would overcome the barriers. So I was obviously disappointed when it turns out it didn't.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Dr. Phil McBrayer, the organizer of the London trip. Dr. McBrayer, how do you feel that now that the London trip has been canceled?
It's always a disappointment in that Mrs. Stephen and I together, but not every trip makes every year, so maybe next year.
Did it surprise you that not many students signed up for it?
No, not with the economic situation as it is. We were working against currency issues, which make trips to the UK very expensive right now, relatively speaking, and I can understand why parents would not want to spend that much money.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
We're here in the general halls of ICS to get a general poll on students' opinions on the cancellation. What do you think about the Kenya and London trips being cancelled?
I didn't really know the London trips were canceled, so I don't really care about that. But I was kind of planning to go on the Kenya trip, so I was really disappointed that it got canceled. I think that parents are a bit paranoid for being so concerned about it.
So what do you feel about the Kenya and London trips being cancelled?
It doesn't really bother me because I wasn't really signing up for any of these trips, so I don't really care.
I don't really care about it because I'm not going there anyway.
I didn't sign up, but I think the people who did sign up are disappointed.
Thank you. This is Vania Watt.
And Emily Choi, reporting for the ICS Manifesto. Back to Paul in the studio.
It was a pity that Kenya got cancelled. It would have been a great trip. Back to you, Paul.
Ever thought uniforms were dull? Not in ICS. Thanks to some ICS parent help, uniforms were never more fashionable. So read with the floral.
Students at ICS are presented with a large selection of items designed to suit their needs, from polo shirts to skirts, from hoodies to jackets. They are known across the community for their high level of comfort. But as young teenagers still searching for their identity, students here have found their way to style their uniforms and make their appearance slightly different from everyone else. I'm here with Johanna Louie, an ICS student who would like to talk about her uniform. Hi, so what grade are you in this year?
I'm a senior.
Wow, you must be such an example to everyone else. So what is your style of uniform?
Well, I like to wear the hoodie, so like you don't have to zip it all the way up, and then I don't like to button it all the way up because I feel like I can't breathe otherwise. And then I like to wear black earrings too.
Ah, I see. Thank you for your opinion. I'm here with celebrity and fashion designer Jonathan Leung for some tips regarding the latest uniform trends this season. What fashion advices do you have for the students at ICS?
I believe everyone is an individual and has his or her own sense of fashion, yet it is important to keep things in balance. A simple pop-up collar on one side, pulled-up pants can give a sporty look. If you would like to go for a subtle, sharp style, you can wear the ICS jacket and maybe button the top two buttons to a little something to it. But you know, it's always good to find your own unique style.
I see. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Leung. As a reminder, there are always guidelines in the student handbook outlining what is and what is not allowed at school. But while you're trying to catch up with the latest trend, remember one thing, be yourself. This is Sori Tro from ICS Manifesto. Back to you, Paul.
Wow, that is indeed very attractive. I'm glad to be an ICS student.
That's it for today's news. I'm Wilson Chen.
And I'm Paul Chang.
Thank you for watching. Good night.